Dolph Lundgren has always been known as a calm, disciplined, and powerful action star. The world remembers him most as Ivan Drago in Rocky IV, where he played the cold and unstoppable fighter who instantly became one of cinema's most iconic villains. However, behind the fame and success, Dolph experienced several conflicts with fellow actors that deeply affected him. Over the years, he revealed that there were 5 actors he would never want to work with again because of personal clashes, professional disrespect, and serious disagreements. These men were once co-stars or industry allies, but their relationships with Dolph eventually turned bitter. The first and most famous name on Dolph Lundgren's blacklist is Jean-Claude Van Damme. Their rivalry began during the filming of Universal Soldier in 1992. At the time, producers believed pairing 2 international action stars would guarantee box office success. Dolph approached the project with military-like discipline. He arrived prepared, memorized his lines, and focused completely on his performance. Van Damme, on the other hand, reportedly preferred to improvise scenes and often requested retakes to highlight his martial arts skills. Crew members later described the atmosphere on set as tense, comparing it to 2 powerful personalities constantly competing for control. The situation became worse during a press event in Cannes, where Van Damme allegedly challenged Dolph to settle their differences outside. While many fans believed it was publicity or a stage moment, Dolph later suggested that it was serious and could have ended badly if he had accepted. Years later, when both actors appeared in The Expendables 2, they remained professional but distant, rarely speaking to each other. When asked in 2018 whether he would ever work with Van Damme again, Dolph simply responded that he saw no reason to do so, showing that their rivalry never fully healed. Another actor Dolph reportedly refused to work with was Steven Seagal. Their conflict began during a private meeting for a potential action film. The meeting was supposed to be a normal script discussion, but according to stories from people involved, Seagal arrived with a confident and dominating attitude. He allegedly introduced himself by claiming he was the strongest fighter present and insisted that he never wanted his character to appear weak or injured on screen. Dolph found these demands unrealistic and unprofessional. Stunt performers also shared stories that Seagal sometimes demonstrated fighting techniques in ways that caused real injuries. Dolph, who valued discipline and teamwork, was reportedly unimpressed by this behavior. After that meeting, he decided he would avoid projects connected to Seagal. Even though studios attempted to bring them together for different action films over the years, Dolph reportedly refused every opportunity, ending the conflict before it ever reached a film set. The third name connected to Dolph's professional conflicts is Mickey Rourke. Unlike the previous rivalries, Dolph initially respected Rourke as a talented and experienced actor. However, their relationship changed during the filming of an early 2000s action thriller shot in Eastern Europe. Rourke became known for improvising dialogue and bringing handwritten monologues that were not part of the script. While some actors appreciated creative freedom, the constant changes made filming difficult for the cast and crew. Dolph scenes reportedly became unpredictable because emotional tones kept shifting. One major incident occurred when Rourke arrived hours late to film an important scene, explaining that he had been walking through the city to emotionally prepare for his role. The delay frustrated the crew and Dolph, who had been waiting in costume for several hours. The tension reached its peak when Rourke allegedly made a comment suggesting that Dolph relied only on physical strength rather than acting ability. Dolph considered the remark insulting. After the film was completed, Rourke skipped promotional appearances, leaving Dolph to handle interviews alone. Although Dolph never publicly said he hated Rourke, he made it clear that he preferred not to work with him again. Another conflict involved actor Tom Berenger. Their disagreement reportedly began during a 2002 war action movie filmed in Slovakia. According to stories from people connected to the production, Berenger frequently brought rewritten script pages that expanded his own character while reducing Dolph's screen time and dialogue. At first, Dolph remained silent, hoping the production would stay balanced. However, problems grew during filming of an important confrontation scene. Berenger allegedly refused to shoot the scene unless he delivered a long speech that he had personally written. The speech changed the pacing of the scene, and disrupted the original script. Dolph eventually spoke up and accused Berenger of trying to take control of the film. The situation worsened during post-production when reports suggested that Berenger requested editors to reduce Dolph's close-up shots and increase focus on his own character. Dolph reportedly felt that this crossed professional boundaries. After finishing his required studio work, he told his representatives that he would not join any project involving Berenger again, a decision he has maintained since then. The final name linked to Dolph Lundgren's long-term tension is Brian Thompson. This rivalry developed more quietly, but lasted for many years. Thompson had reportedly told casting professionals that he was once considered for the role of Ivan Drago in Rocky IV and suggested he could have performed it with greater emotional depth. At first, Dolph ignored these comments, assuming they were typical Hollywood competition. However, Thompson allegedly continued making small remarks whenever they met at industry events. During one gathering, while discussing famous movie villains, Thompson reportedly hinted that some roles were written without emotional complexity, a statement many believed was directed at Dolph's famous character. Their tension increased during rehearsals for a later action project when Thompson argued about blocking and scene presentation, joking that the performance should not look like a strength competition. Dolph found the comment disrespectful. The final incident occurred during a fan convention in Las Vegas years later when Thompson joked about Dolph's famous line, "I must break you," saying he would have delivered it with more emotion. Dolph reportedly chose not to confront him publicly, but decided to avoid working with him permanently. Unlike other rivalries that became public drama, this conflict remained mostly quiet but deeply personal. Throughout his career, Dolph Lundgren built a reputation as a professional actor who valued discipline, preparation, and respect on set. While Hollywood is known for strong personalities and creative disagreements, these 5 relationships reportedly crossed lines that Dolph could not ignore. Each conflict involved different issues, including ego clashes, creative control disputes, lateness, or public criticism. Even though Dolph rarely speaks negatively about other actors, his decisions show that he believes maintaining personal respect is more important than continuing difficult professional partnerships. These stories highlight the challenges actors sometimes face behind the scenes, where success, competition, and personal pride can create tension even among talented professionals. Dolph's experiences demonstrate that Hollywood friendships can change quickly and that professional respect plays a major role in long-term collaborations. Whether these rivalries were caused by misunderstandings, personality differences, or genuine conflicts, they remain a significant part of Dolph Lundgren's career history.